highest performers in the entire world optimize their sleep for deeper recovery, for peak energy, and like I said, elite performance. This is something that I struggled with for the longest time, and when I got around to optimizing my sleep, when I started to prioritize it, my entire life changed. So that's what I'm going to be teaching here today. Let's see here. All right, I'll make this guy a little smaller. Nope, all good. So sleep is the foundation of performance. And like I said, a lot of people demonize sleep. A lot of hustlers, the grinders, a lot of them think that you don't actually need to sleep, the 4-hour, 5-hour sleepers. But sleep's one of the most impactful things that we can do daily. And like I said, often we take it for granted. The thing with sleep is the body loves consistency. The body loves when we're predictable. So going to bed at the same time every single day and waking up at the same time every single day is so important. Now, I totally get it. This is very difficult to do. Right now I'm traveling and I'm on a different time zone, and obviously my sleep is all out of whack. But I want you to try your absolute best to go to bed at the same time every day and to wake up at the same time every single day. Why is this important? You want to align with nature's rhythm. Your circadian rhythm is one of the most important things. And when you rise with the light and wind down with the dark, I'm telling you, everything's going to change. One of the best things that you can do right when you wake up is to get out of bed and to get outside. We're going to get into this in a little bit, but it's an absolute game changer. So a lot of people struggle with falling asleep. I know for the longest time that I did as well. How to fall asleep faster. So there have been times in my life where I'm staring at the ceiling, I'm laying in bed forever. And then there have been times in my life where I'm training, I'm active, I'm doing things all throughout the day, and I'm exhausted. By the time my head hits the pillow, I'm out. And that's what we want to aim for. So moving your body every single day. It's getting the 10,000 or 12,000 steps in. It's going to the gym. It's doing cardio. It's getting out, getting moving. Sun exposure and earthing during the day. Like I said, right upon rising, what you're going to want to do is to get outside and get that natural sunlight in your eyeballs. Not through the car window, not through the window in your apartment, but actually to go outside, touch your bare feet on the earth, and be in the natural sunlight. Dimming lights at night, salt lamp, blue light blockers. So I have a bunch of little red light bulbs in my house, and obviously I'm recording this later at night, doing this for you guys, and I don't want these screens in my face late at night because it's going to keep me up. It's going to trick my brain into thinking that it's time to stay up. So having salt lamps are great. These blue light blockers are awesome. They're from RA Optics. They're actually prescription, so I can link those somewhere in the school community. But you're going to want to set the temperature to cold. Another thing that's helpful is taking a hot shower or bath before bed. If you've got a bath, there's some magnesium in the water, but a hot shower is going to naturally lower your core body temperature. And when we go to sleep, we want our temperature to drop. Breath work and meditation with red light. So I've been doing Wim Hof breath work for a super long time. Recently, I've got the Coherence app, and I'll do breath work morning, noon, and night. Whether it's right when I wake up, and it's kind of a way to supercharge my system, get some oxygen in my body to help me fall asleep. Whether it's before a presentation, whether it's before something big where maybe I have a little bit of anxiety, and breath work has been absolutely game-changing for me. And the last thing would be to fall asleep. A lot of times I'll put my eye mask on, I'll do some breath work, and next thing you know, I'm out. Journaling. Journaling is amazing to dump those thoughts. A lot of us, I've been there too, where your mind is spinning late at night. There's so much to do. There's so many things that you're thinking of. You've got a lot of responsibilities. And so when you journal at the end of the night, you just dump everything from up here onto paper. You can plan ahead for the next day, and it closes that thought loop where originally it was just an open loop going and going and going. Another thing I'll say about this, about planning tomorrow tonight, lay your gym clothes out the night before. Put your water bottle out. Take your sleep supplements. Do everything so that when you do wake up in the morning, you don't have to make a lot of decisions. You can just kind of get into your flow, go through your morning routine, whether it's to go for that morning walk, whether it's to go to the gym, or whatever you have. Eye mask in blackout environment. Go on Amazon and get yourself an eye mask. I know it sounds crazy, but the ones with the little pockets in it are absolutely incredible. It might take a day or two to get used to, but after a while, you can't go back. I have a hard time sleeping without one. If that's not your vibe, get blackout curtains. You want your room as dark as possible. You don't want any lights. You don't want night lights. You don't want the little green dot on the smoke alarm. You want no lights in your bedroom. What we're aiming for is the deepest sleep possible, and this is how you get it. Essential oils, experiment with essential oils, and white noise. I have an air purifier in my room that kind of makes that little white noise, and it helps me fall asleep faster. How to get deeper, more restful sleep. So you're gonna want to stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bed. Why is this important? Because your body's digesting, and you want your body to be in a state that just eases you right into sleep. And so when we're consuming food late at night, whether it's sugar, whether it's late night snacks, I'm telling you, you're gonna notice a difference when you cut off the food and you cut off the screens a couple hours before bed. Nose strips and mouth tape, absolute game changer. Right now I'm doing the Skinny Confidential, has mouth tape, but you can just go on Amazon, you can get medical grade tape, put it over your lips, and this is gonna promote nasal breathing. If you have difficulty breathing through your nose, get some nose strips, wear those before bed. Limit liquids before bed. You don't wanna be one of those guys waking up in the middle of the night, use the bathroom, so just, again, limit any consumption before bed. An easy way to do this would be to brush your teeth, because then you're not gonna wanna have those late night sweets. Then you're not gonna want to consume food later and later at night. I remember staying up super late and always going down for a little midnight snack, and this just messes up your entire REM cycle. A way to blanket, if it is, experiment with this. I think all of this stuff is important to experiment with and to try and see what works best for you. Personally, I've never used an 8 sleep mattress cover, but I know that having that cooling pad, and if you do have a partner in your bed, you can set the temperature to each side. And again, the goal is to have a lower core body temperature as we're sleeping. You're gonna get a lot deeper sleep. Limiting alcohol and weed. This is tough for a lot of people. I'm gonna start with weed because I used it for a long time before bed, and it was absolutely wrecking my sleep without me even knowing. I was wondering why I was so groggy the next day. I was wondering why I wasn't really waking up with that much focus. And the thing is, when you drink or when you use marijuana before bed, you're actually more sedated than getting into these deeper REM cycles. And so at the end, I'm gonna give a challenge for 7 days. If you can take a step back from it, if you have been using it, if you're a habitual user, and just see how it affects you. There's a book called Why We Sleep. There's a lot of great podcasts out there about substance and sleep and just how it absolutely wrecks your sleep quality. So definitely give it a shot. For the longest time, I was resistant, but I'm super glad that I've given up that habit. Using an alarm clock other than your phone, as I've talked about in the past, you're going to want to take your phone and charge it in the kitchen or charge it in the bathroom. You don't want your phone right next to your bed. You don't want the EMFs, you don't want the Wi-Fi, and you don't want the distraction. If my phone is next to me and I'm sleeping, a couple things happen. One, I'm gonna be scrolling on my phone late at night without even realizing it. Maybe I'm going to bed at 8:30, 9:30, and if my phone's there, I'll be asleep by 10:45, 11:45, and before I know it, I just wrecked my night. Another reason why I charge my phone in the kitchen or the bathroom is so that when my alarm goes up, I have to get out of bed to go turn it off. There have been plenty of times in my life where I've leaned over in a super sleepy state, turned my alarm off, went back to bed. I wake up an hour later and I don't even realize it. And when you get out of bed, you have that decision. Do I want to get back into bed, or do I actually want to start my morning routine, do the things that I say that I wanted to do, and set myself up for an amazing day? I think I missed the supplements. The supplements will also be in the community, but glycine and magnesium glycinate are 2 supplements that I use. You can also sip on some tart cherry juice before bed as well to help you get deeper sleep. Come on. The optimal sleep checklist. Consistent bedtime and wake up every single day. A dark, cool, and quiet room. Creating your own wind down ritual. So whether that's the journaling, whether that's the reading. Again, I like to put my blue light blockers on. I like to take my supplements. I like to maybe go for a walk before bed without technology. You want to get that morning light. I can't emphasize this enough. Gary Brecka has a lot of great stuff about morning light and movement. So you're getting oxygen in your blood flowing. You're getting that morning light in your eyes. That's going to set you up for melatonin production that night. And again, you don't want to scroll. That first hour of your morning is so sacred. It's so sacred. Whatever you do in that first hour, if you spike your dopamine, I guarantee all day you're going to be reaching for your phone. You're going to be watching the videos. But if you journal and you do breath work and you pray